Hey everybody, it's Luke with Figure Me Out. Today we've got the Marvel Legends Uncanny X-Force Wolverine. And taking a look at the packaging, there's the front, there's the side, got a Wolverine there. On the other side, we've got the same Wolverine picture, really cool there. On the back, it's the same, but it's different. I've got a read up there. If you want to go ahead and read that, give that a pause. You can see the other figures in this wave. This is the Wendigo wave. On the bottom, we've got some words and a barcode, and on the top, we have the X-Men logo. So let's go ahead and crack this guy open, take him over to the light box for a closer look. Taking a look at what's inside the package here, and first off we have another one of these warnings telling us not to choke on anything. Also, we have a nice Wendigo head, and this thing looks really, really mean. Bloody teeth and dark eyes, and man, this thing looks like he's about to bite somebody's head off. But we'll take a closer look at that whenever we go over the Build-A-Figure later on. Talking about the figure himself and looking at Wolverine here, now this is a pretty good paint job for the most part. Got a pretty good clean lines there on the head and everything. The eyes are painted nicely. Not too much roll over there, so that looks really good. The arms are painted pretty well. The one thing to note on the inside of the armpits, they did paint them black for some reason, and mine's definitely starting to rub a little bit, so that's kind of odd, weird choice. I don't know why they did that, but you're not really going to be looking at his armpit too much, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. Looking at the back there, yeah, it's painted really well. Got good clean lines, a little bit of spots here and there, but any mass production figure like this, you're going to have a little bit of spots here and there. So not too bad. A little bit of black in those dents there. Got the numbers painted on the back. One thing to note on these though, look at how straight these claws are. We'll get into this a little bit later, but good night. Look at those claws. They actually redid the shape on these ones, and they retain their shape super well. Like you can kind of bend those a little bit. This is how they came straight out of the package. I haven't adjusted these at all. I love that. I love that they finally figured out a way to not bend the heck out of those claws. So that's great. Wrists look really good. Got the nice hair painted on there. I like that. Being a hairy guy, I always appreciate a little extra hair on the arms. But yeah, bottom of the figure looks good. Got these gray dots on the inside. Not crazy about that, but I'd rather have gray on the inside than black on the outside, so that's fine. Look at the feet. Do have pay holes at the bottom. Looks pretty good. But let's go ahead and take this guy out of the light box and take him over to the review station for a closer look at the articulation. Talking about articulation, and Wolverine has some pretty decent articulation. If we look up, we can look up pretty good. Not a horrible amount, but not bad. He can look down really well. He buries his chin in his chest. He can look side to side, and no problem. And there is the slightest amount of pivot. Not really too much at all there, though. At the arms, they go out about 90 right there. There is a butterfly that comes forward about that far, and it goes back pretty far, actually, about that far. Got a, let's see, full rotation at the arm there. Like I said, it comes out about that far. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow comes in right at about 90. It is a little bit inhibited by his huge bicep and his little arm wrappings there, but that's fine. One thing to note, whenever you go to try and get it straight, they can get pretty much straight. There is a little bit of bend to that elbow, I feel like, too. And you can't really get rid of that because it's as far back as it goes. At the wrist, they are swiveled and they hinge back and forward. It's really good. There's a waist rotation. Ab crunches forward that much. Crunches back that much. At the legs, the hips go out that far. They kick forward actually a pretty decent amount. So that's pretty good. They kick back a slight bit, too. It's could be straight. It's a little bit less than you'd think. Upper thigh swivel. Double jointed knee comes in pretty much all the way. A little bit further to kick his butt. And then we've got ankles that go down. They go up. And there's crazy ankle rocker pivot. For a size comparison, here he is next to a few other Wolverines. We've got the Apocalypse Wave Wolverine. We've got the Vintage Wave Wolverine. We've got the Riders Wave Patch, not Wolverine. And we've got the Old Man Logan Wolverine. For another size comparison, here he is next to the Toy Biz Wolverine, Toy Biz Wolverine, Toy Biz Wolverine, and X-23 Wolverine. Here he is next to Jubilee, Colossus, Cyclops, and yet another Wolverine. And here he is next to Sabretooth and Gambit. Finally, across a couple different lines, here he is next to the Master Spider-Man, the Mezco 1/12 Collective Iron Man, the McFarlane Fortnite Skull Trooper, and the Star Wars Black Series Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi action figures. And finally, here he is next to the Marvel Select Juggernaut, which is my favorite X-Men figure of all time. So that's him. That's the Marvel Legends Wendigo Wave X-Force Wolverine. And quick question. How do you get the same person to buy so many Wolverine figures? Answer: you continuously improve the Wolverine figure. Wolverine's a cool character. People are going to buy him. The way that you also get them to buy them is you keep updating. These claws are the newest update, and they look fantastic. They actually look like good claws. They don't warp in the packaging. They all came out straight. I mean, look at how straight those claws are. That is the straightest I have ever seen Wolverine claws. And that's how it was, I mean, straight out of the package, and they have not bent yet. Now, I haven't put him in storage. I haven't put him on a shelf. He's been living on my coffee table, which he will continue to because he's a coffee table figure. But I think that whenever I do wind up putting him in storage one day, normally I have to put my Wolverines in these plastic clamshell type cases because I don't want their claws to bend. But you know, on these old Toy Biz ones, you can see, I mean, look at that. Ah, that's atrocious. That's atrocious. You can't, what do you do with that? This is a good system. Even on the old Legends, you know, even on the newer Legends, they had those wimpy claws. Look how bent that is. Look how broken that is. It's a broken claw system. That's a broken Wolverine claw. Because it's too close on the end. It doesn't look good. It's not photogenic. It looks awful. These look great. Hopefully they'll continue this going forward in the future. I kind of wish we would have gotten this before now. But hey, if that's how you're going to get me to keep buying Wolverines, well, I guess I'm just going to have to keep buying Wolverines. But anyways, what did you guys think? Do you like this? If you did, even if you didn't, go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe. Check out my other videos. Check me out over on Instagram, Luke_figuremeout at Instagram.com. And let me know what you think. And in the meantime, happy collecting!